Hello everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. Welcome to another video. Clown world is not a good enough term to describe how many segments of the medical establishment have descended to complete and utter lunacy, complete clownishness. And no more is this evident than in the push to get doctors more involved in climate change. Yes, climate change. For all of the issues we face in healthcare and medicine, this seems to be a priority for many at the top of medical leadership. And I would encourage you to go online and Google doctors and climate change and look what comes up, because you will find a whole host of articles, including many from top organizations and ruling bodies, so-called ruling bodies within medicine and healthcare, that are trying to get doctors involved in the fight against climate change. Never mind any logical fallacy involved in thinking that human beings control the climate, something that has been changing for billions of years on Earth and is a concept which is far beyond the understanding of any scientist around right now. Climate is very complicated and human beings can't control the climate. Maybe we can make very slight differences, but the premise of this whole movement is that human beings are in control and we control the climate. What utter lunacy. And of course, we know that other agendas and financial interests are involved. But I want to share with you an article from a few months ago that summarizes what this movement is all about, to get doctors involved in climate. Never mind the fact that medicine and healthcare is completely crumbling. Rome is burning, as it were. You can't get an appointment. Healthcare is ridiculously expensive. Waiting lists are longer than ever. No, many of our ruling authorities want doctors to be involved in climate change. Take a look at this. So here we have a piece published in CNN. Of course it was CNN. Training a new generation of climate doctors. There's a doctor here. The wake-up call was a hurricane in 2012. When the young emergency physician returned from an overseas trip and found his hospital was without power. Well, of course, that's a very tragic situation, but disasters like this have been happening since time immemorial. Read your history books, folks. Then there's another oncologist here who signed up to study climate medicine. Well, I suppose they're better off, of course, studying that than the reason why cancer cases are soaring. But this is all about a patient who was tragically trapped in her home during a freak winter storm 2 years ago. Then there's another doctor here in New Mexico who was motivated by the summer heat wave. Of course, heat waves in the summer are a new thing. So isn't it reassuring to know that all of these doctors, who may have some good intentions, are really going to focus now on climate change? Then they talk about a first-of-its-kind diploma program that will mint them as certified experts in climate medicine. This is our first foray into training a climate-savvy healthcare workforce. We need credible, knowledgeable, and effective leaders, and we want to send a message to clinicians that these are critically important skills for mitigating climate-driven health effects. So what about medical schools? Are they getting involved as well? Warnings like this are a growing part of US medical education. Since 2019, the number of US medical schools requiring coursework on the effects of climate change has more than doubled. Universities and public health graduate programs are also getting involved. It's specifically designed for working clinicians who are seeking a heavyweight credential. Obviously, a credential of seeing patients and fixing healthcare is not enough. Doctors need a heavyweight credential on fixing climate change. And the article is actually very long, but I want to bring you to a paragraph at the end. Look at this quote here. Even after the height of the pandemic, doctors and nurses typically rank high as trusted sources of information. It's important to bring the best science forward with candid, evidence-based risk assessments. Our job is to train practitioners to be confident and proficient in doing just that. And they're talking about climate change. Well, really, what to say about that? Medical schools also getting involved. We have a healthcare system which is completely crumbling, a metabolic health catastrophe. Many of these doctors who are so obsessed about climate change, and medical schools who want to bring it into their curriculum, won't even have a course on nutrition, on basic lifestyle measures to greatly improve health and well-being. Is it any wonder that you have such bad experiences with healthcare and medicine? Because this is the type of leadership we have. These are the types of priorities the people at the top want to put forward. And we have many doctors as well who are jumping on board. This is why things are the way they are. complete and utter clown world. Very sad indeed, because ultimately, who suffers when medical authorities, when medical schools want to focus on climate change, but not issues that really matter to everyday patients? So again, if you want reasons as to why your healthcare is the way it is, why it keeps getting worse every single year, why you can't see a doctor, look no further than an article like that. Because we have these types of leaders in our profession who are completely deluded, and they want to focus on anything other than what really matters to our patients. That's all I've got to say about that. Let me know your thoughts down below. I enjoy hearing from all of you. Dr. Suneel Dhand. Check out my website and my free newsletter. Those links are down below. Hit the like button if you like this video and the subscribe button for more similar videos in the future. We will speak again very soon.